What's the first thing you do when you plan a trip? If you're like me, you probably search for hidden gems and how to avoid tourist traps. We've all been conditioned to think that if a place is popular, it must be overrated, overpriced, and just not worth it. We picture long lines, selfie sticks everywhere, and a general sense of being herded like cattle. But what if I told you that some of the biggest tourist traps on the planet are actually popular for a very, very good reason? Today, we're going to challenge that notion and talk about 3 iconic spots that are absolutely worth the hype. First up, the Eiffel Tower in Paris. You see it on postcards, in movies, on T-shirts, ... It's everywhere. It's easy to think, okay, I've seen it a million times. Do I really need to go? The answer is a resounding yes. When you stand beneath it, the sheer scale of the iron latticework is breathtaking. It's not just a tower. It was a marvel of 19th century engineering, built for the 1889 World's Fair. It was never meant to be permanent, but it captured the world's imagination and the view from the top. It's not just a pretty panorama. You get a real-life lesson in urban planning. You can see Baron Haussmann's grand boulevards radiating out from the Arc de Triomphe, the Seine snaking through the city, and the distinct neighborhoods, each with its own character. It gives you a sense of Paris as a whole, a living, breathing city that you just can't get from the ground. So, yes, there will be crowds. But seeing Paris laid out before you like a map is an experience that is anything but over. Next, let's jump across the pond to New York City and the dazzling chaos of Times Square. I know. Even New Yorkers will tell you to avoid it. They'll say it's just giant billboards and chain restaurants, and they're not totally wrong. But here's the thing. Times Square isn't just a place. It's a spectacle. It is the beating heart of the city that never sleeps. Standing in the middle of it all, surrounded by towering screens that turn night into day, is a sensory experience unlike any other. It's a pure, uncut dose of American capitalism, ambition, and entertainment. Think about it. This is where Broadway's biggest shows premiere, where millions gather to watch the ball drop on New Year's Eve. It's a cultural symbol recognized worldwide. You don't go to Times Square for a quiet, contemplative moment. You go to feel the energy, the pulse of millions of dreams and stories converging in one electric spot. You feel small, but in the best way possible, like you're part of something massive and exciting. For a few minutes, just let yourself be a tourist and soak it all in. It's an essential part of the New York experience. Finally, we travel back in time to ancient Rome and the mighty Colosseum. This is perhaps the ultimate tourist trap. You've seen it in every movie about Rome, from Gladiator to, more Gladiator movies. But no picture or film can prepare you for the feeling of walking through its arches. You are literally stepping into history. This amphitheater was completed in 80 AD and could hold up to 80,000 spectators. Think about that for a second. That's more than most modern NFL stadiums. And they built it almost 2,000 years ago without modern machinery. You can see the genius of Roman engineering in the arches, the tiered seating, and the complex system of tunnels and elevators below the arena floor, called the Hypogeum, where gladiators and wild animals were kept. It wasn't just a sports arena. It was a statement of Roman power and ingenuity. Standing there, you can almost hear the roar of the crowd and feel the weight of the centuries. It's a humbling, awe-inspiring connection to our human past that is absolutely So the next time you're replanning a trip and find yourself instinctively trying to avoid the big-name attractions, maybe take a second look. Crowds gather for a reason, while seeking out local secrets is a fantastic way to travel. Don't let the fear of being a tourist make you miss out on some of the most incredible and historically significant sights our world has to offer. Sometimes, the beaten path is beaten for a reason because it leads to somewhere truly amazing. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this different take on travel, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. See you in the next one.